5 unconventional healthy habits that keep me productive. Yeah, you heard that right. If traditional productivity hacks have stopped working for you or never worked for you, you'll probably love this video. So this video is for you if you've been trying to get it together, or you just feel like you're always chasing your to-do list, or you have tried all the normal and everyday productivity tips, tools, everything. So some of these unconventional things that I'll share with you today, maybe they can be slightly chaotic, but some of these habits are surprisingly simple, but they get the job done. I'm sure some of you have never heard or tried some of these tips before, so I will share with you today, and you should thank me at the end of this video, especially for tips 4 and 5. Yeah, let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess Akari. I'm a product manager working in tech, and I live and work in London, UK. So on this channel, we talk about self-improvements, we talk about career growth and all-round self-development to becoming the best version of yourself. If that sounds like your vibe, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. Sometimes the best way to focus is to make distraction harder. So the very first tip I'll be sharing with you guys today is inconvenience yourself. Yes, you have to create friction for bad habits or distractions. Log out or delete your social media apps every time you're done scrolling. Hide your remote in a random tote bag somewhere. Hide it somewhere inside your rice bag. Hide your snack stash in a random place. Make the distractions inconvenient. I try to make my distractions as inconvenient as possible so that I'm already stressed by the time I am finally getting to it, or I procrastinate doing it because of the initial stress. I know that some of you have put that focus mode on your apps, maybe Instagram, and you just continue scrolling even after the focus time, the timer goes off. You know yourself, log out, delete the app, so that if you want to open it again, you have to go through the shame and the stress of re-downloading it, logging in, putting the 2FA, getting a code, and all of that. That 2 to 5 minutes is usually enough to stop or discourage you if you have important things to complete. On the other hand, so regarding things that do with, let's say, money, if I'm on a strict financial budget, I move all my money into an account, put external 2FA, like using the app to get a code, not just phone number 2FA, and then delete the bank app. So that when I'm trying to access the money, I'll have to go through hoops, stress, and might even wear myself out from the stress of everything. So when I randomly want to buy stuff or just use unplanned money, I'll have to re-download the app, enter the password, complete 2FA, and at that point, I've probably talked myself out of it. I know that some people don't even use apps for some of their bank accounts. They usually go to the physical bank, and it has helped them so far. They have saved more money just by inconveniencing themselves. So the goal here is make those bad habits or access to the distractions annoying, inconveniencing. If it takes energy to distract yourself, you'll do it less. Tip 2, when I use music to study or work, I create a focus playlist. Please create one. Music can help or completely ruin your focus. Mind you, I love music so much, so let's just keep that in mind before the mob thinks I'm coming for music. So if I must have music playing when I'm trying to be productive, I create a playlist that's only for deep work. If I listen to Afrobeats, next thing you know, I'm dancing in the mirror instead of doing my actual work, And I don't use that playlist outside work. It's strictly like work mode. So that association alone helps me focus. Also, I reduce the volume to almost background hum. So if you've been blasting Amapiano at 9 a.m. to study or work, maybe try something softer. Now, on the flip side of this, like household chores, running, working out, or maybe taking a walk, you might need that, up-tempo music, dance hall, Amapiano, rock, Afrobeats, etc. to keep that tempo. So the lesson here is, if you must use music to do your tasks, use the appropriate music so that you don't distract yourself. Tip 3, I chat with myself. Yes, literally. WhatsApp allows you to chat with yourself, and that's one of my bestest features. That's where I drop every single thought that comes to my mind, no matter where I am. Tasks, ideas, reminders, voice notes, links, rants, future video titles for my YouTube, everything. Sometimes I use the Notes app, but WhatsApp is faster because I treat it like, I'm texting a friend. So I even leave voice notes for myself, explaining the things that I want to do, short short voice, and sometimes they are long ones as well. Just talking and explaining and giving myself context to the thing that I have written. So this clears my mind instantly. I no longer have to carry 20 things in my mind, in my head. It's all documented. I love it. Now, habit 4 is a bit weird or slightly chaotic, but it works for me. So here goes. I trick myself into urgency. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's say I have 48 hours to complete a task. I tell myself I only have 10 hours to finish that task. I create that fake deadline. Sometimes I even put a countdown timer for the fake deadline and start working like it's due. Most times my brain actually believes it and I forget the original timeline. There was one time someone asked me when something was due because they wanted to assist, they wanted to help me with it, but they were busy at the time. So I told them the fake deadline because I had completely forgotten about the real deadline, which was 24 hours later. Like the person had to call my attention to it like later on because at the beginning I shared a screenshot of the real timeline with them. So they knew there was like a difference. I was like, oops, sorry about that. I forgot. Sorry, oops. Anyway, I know it might be weird to some people, but it works for me. I get better results with that, without fake pressure. This is especially helpful when I have tasks that I'm not motivated to do. I'm not really motivated to do, but they are important and might even be urgent tasks. Tip 5. This is another chaotic tip, but it works. Passive aggressive reminders. I mean, we use reminders every day, in one way or the other. We use reminders with our apps. We tell people to remind us of something. We write it down. But this reminder is different. It uses shame strategically. So I use dramatic alarm labels and funny sticky notes that literally shame me back into focus. Example, you want to be more focused on your work or projects. You can create a note or screenshot on your phone that you keep, on your lock screen and maybe as your main wallpaper that says, yeah, you're not working. Go ahead and waste your life by scrolling on social media. Or how would you buy 50 acres of land if you keep behaving like this? Just imagine this shows up whenever you pick up your phone in focus mode. That's what I mean. Or in another example or scenario, you are creating random alarms or alerts that say, if you're on Twitter and Instagram, better close that app and open LinkedIn if you want to get that new job. Or an alert that says, if you're on your phone, I hope you are applying for jobs or networking with people that can help your life. Just imagine every 2 hours you see this alert or this alarm on your phone. Or you open your laptop and there's a sticky note that says, Princess, I hope you're here to work and make £1 million. Just imagine you open your laptop and that's a sticky note that is there. So this is witty, it's funny, and it helps. You don't have to degrade yourself at all, please. Some people will use shame strategically and think that we are insulting ourselves here. Please, no, this is not an insult. It's just a cool and funny way to remember the things you need to do. So just imagine you're trying to lose weight and you put a sticky note around your snack bar or inside your fridge near the sweets that says, of course, you're back here to eat again. Or, I hope you're here for the vegetables alone. Just something that is very dramatic. Well, yeah, all of this is actually very dramatic, but it works. So yeah, these habits might be unconventional, yes. Maybe even slightly unhinged, like I said before, but they've helped me stay focused, stay consistent, and get things done. You don't need to try everything, but maybe try one or two and then see how it works for you. Let me know. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, let me know in the comments, what are the unconventional things you do to stay productive? Or which of these ones I shared with you today are you going to try? I'll see you in the next one. Take care, drink water, and mind your business. Bye.